Now, you might go ahead and just start, rigging it if you know what you're doing, whatever. I love not doing extra work that I don't need to do. And so if you want to open up the robot rig that we have on our Blender file that we provide on a GitHub page, which I don't have handy at the moment, but it's under, like if you look up Hub's Avatar Pipelines, I think it's called.
Yep.
That was the name I picked back in the day. Okay, if I open up that, you can get the files for this robot. And the nice thing about this file is it has the skeleton in it, and it's like ready to go.
Yeah, and I would definitely use that versus creating a new one. I mean, the hubs right now is very particular about the names and scales and orientations of all of that skeleton. So we want to make that more flexible later, where you could map, you can kind of name it whatever you want, and we'll figure it out like what things actually correspond to which bones and hubs. But right now, you have to have it with the same exact hierarchy, and so it's definitely just way easier to just use this file than to try and recreate it yourself.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do every time because I did
Yep.
this work a while ago and I don't like redoing it. So uh, if you open up that bot, you'll see it here. I think I have the skeleton hidden here, but I can turn it on, and now it's drawing on top of everything. It's a very simple skeleton compared to maybe like a VR chat or something like that that might use something crazy. We only have like hips, spine, neck, and head, and then the hands floating out here in a sort of a bind pose like that. Um, I'm actually going to end up not using those bones, and I could delete them. I just leave them there in case later I decide I'm going to go back and rig it differently. But there's a bunch of unneeded things in this file, but it's fairly simple. I don't need this lattice. I could kill it. Um, and then as far as the hierarchy goes, you have the avatar root, and then the armature, which is the skeleton, and then that's the actual mesh, this avatar. Now I like leaving this here for a minute while I bring in my crocodile because I want to see how it compares in size, make sure I did it right. So if you ever want to bring a file from somewhere else, from another blend file, it's very, very simple. You can either use link or append. You can't be in edit mode though. I like using append because I actually want to pull it into this file. So I'm going to choose append, and then I'm going to find my crocodile that I made before my initial import file I saved. And when you choose that, it's like, well, what part of the file do you want? Well, I just want the object. There it is. Like you can bring in just a collection, you could bring in just the materials, you could bring in just a skeleton if it had it,
Hmm.
which
Yeah,
is really
we're not
cool.
seeing the dialogue, but I think
Oh,
I
I'm
can
sorry. Yeah,
imagine
you
what it
don't see it.
I can imagine what it looks like.
So I'm finding the actual object under the object thing, and there it is. Now, well, it's way bigger than I thought. Oh, it's because this avatar is like down on the ground
Uh
um,
huh.
in this file. So let me turn these back on so you can see it. So it's not quite as big as it may seem because this guy will be up, his head will be up here
Hmm.
when he's in his normal state. But you could still decide, like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah, the actual like vertical position of the avatar we basically ignore because we position it based on the head position. So wherever the head is going to be at eye height, like or it's actually
yeah.
between the two eye bones is where we will position the camera, and that's where your avatar's height is going to be. So it's convenient to kind of just for modeling, things to kind of line that up in Blender as well, just for your own convenience. But we don't actually care where it is.